I'm getting a lot of questions in my email box these days about a new article over on StrongerByScience.com, where in this study, people built muscle and strength purely by stretching. I'll be linking the article down below if you want to check it out, but it's one of those things that kind of really triggered something in the back of my mind that made me realize that all throughout my training career, whenever I've noticed an individual with a good amount of muscle and strength, that's almost always coupled with also a high degree of mobility in those associated muscles and their joints. But whenever we find someone who is relatively weak and lacking muscular development, that's also accompanied by stiffness and a lack of mobility. Now, does stretching alone improve your strength and building muscle? I don't know. Maybe it's a case of mobility improves because you have muscle and strength, or maybe you have better muscle and strength because you have mobility, because there's some research that suggests that having a bigger range of motion can work the muscles more thoroughly, maybe stimulates some more hypertrophy by creating more muscular fatigue. There's a lot of nuance we still need to fish out about this. But the real reason I'm making this video is because years ago there was that whole idea of like, oh, if you stretch, then it's gonna make you weaker in the short term because you're downplaying your neural activity. And yeah, that's some truth to it, but it's usually way overblown and people were like, don't stretch if you wanna build muscle and strength. But I really think we're missing the boat there, because whenever we look at mobility and strength, we find that they build upon each other in a synergistic way. Maybe you get more mobile because you have strength and muscle. Maybe you have more strength and muscle because you're more mobile. Does it really matter? Probably not. But we want to help ourselves build more of both by building both. If we're struggling to have a little bit more of that muscle and strength, you're probably better off trying to improve mobility in the muscles and the associated joints using a bigger range of motion with techniques like big squats, dips, pull-ups, and so on. And if we're having trouble building the mobility we want, strengthening the associated muscles in the hips or the shoulders may be just the thing we're lacking. So don't fear the mobility, my friends. It's probably going to help you in both cases. More videos here. Let me know if you have questions down below. Be fit and live free.